Hey, this is how to play my song Recovery. Yeah, it's played on electric guitar. I want it re-recorded on electric guitar. So anyway, I'll play the intro first, and then I'll go through it slowly. So the intro goes like this. I'll play that one more time. So that's the intro. Um, cool. So I'll start off with the first chord as 8 on the low E, 10 on the D, 10 on the G, 10 on the B, and you're barring the G, D, the D, G, B strings with this finger, and you're going like that. So you're finger picking it. So you're going. So at the first bit you finger pick all the notes. You go like that. So you finger pick all the notes you're holding down, and then you go B string, G string, D string, B string, G string, D string. So you're going. And then you do a C bar chord. C bar chord. So that's 8 on the low E, 10 on the A, 10 on the D, 9 on the G, 8 on the B string, and 8th fret on the high E string. And you're going like that. So you're plucking the low E, the D string, the G string, and the B string, and then you're plucking the high E like that. So you're going. So you're going. Like that. And then the next bit is a Hendrix sort of lick. It goes. So that's 8 on the high, 8 on the 8th fret on the B string, 8th fret on the high E, and you're plucking those two strings like that, the B string and the high E, but you're hammering it on when you pluck those two strings. You're hammering on to the 10th fret on the B string, so you're going like that, and then you're going plucking the B and the high E with the on the 8th fret B string, 8th fret high E, so you're going, and then you're going 10th fret on the G string and 8th fret on the B string, and then 9th fret on the G string, so you're going like that. So that's so I'll do it slow. So when you do that bit, you're playing the G string and the B string, and that's 10 on the G, 8 on the B, and then 9 on the G, 8 on the B, like that. Then the next chord is a C sharp diminished, so that's 8 on the low E, 7 on the D, 8 on the G, 7 on the B, and you're plucking all those notes that I just told you like that, and you're doing that finger picking pattern again. finger picking pattern is the B string, G string and D string. So you're going. So you're going. So at first you pluck all the notes, you go. And then like that. So I'll do it from the start. And then this chord, that's 10 on the A, 10 on the A string, 10 on the G, 10 on the B string, and 12th fret on the high E. And you're playing the A string, the G string, the B string, and the high E string. So you're barring it with that finger like that to play the chord. So you bar it, and you put your pinky on the 12th fret of the high E, like that. So you're going. Like that, and then you slide it up a fret, and then you slide it down 2 frets, like that, and then back up to there. So you're going. So you're going. So I do it from the start. Like that, and then the next chord is a major 11, I think. Oh yeah. So that's 3 on the low E, 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1 on the B. Just wait for that phone to stop ringing. And then, so yeah, that's 3 on the low E, 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1 on the B. And you pluck all those notes that you're holding down. And then you do a half diminished, a B half diminished, so that's 2nd on the A, 3rd on the D, 2nd on the G, 3rd on the B string. These are frets I'm talking about. So 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string. So you're going. And that chord there is 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and 3rd fret on the high E. So you're going. Pluck all those notes. Like that, so you're going. Then you're doing another half diminished. So that's 7th fret on the A, 8th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, 8th fret on the B. And you're plucking all those notes. And then you're plugging the G string at the end. So you pluck all the notes. G string. G string. Next chord is 5th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the D, 6th fret on the G, 6th fret on the B string. And you're plucking all those notes. So you're going. Playing that G string again at the end. Then a D minor 9. So that's 5th fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the D string, 5th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the B string. So you're going. And then you're doing. So you're going. Then 5th fret on the low E, 4th fret on the low E, and then this chord. That's 3rd fret on the low E, 3rd fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B. So you're going. And then this next chord is 3rd fret on the low E, 3rd fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 4th fret on the B, 4th fret on the high E. Like that, so you're going. And then this chord again. I've already taught you that chord. And then you slide it up a fret, so you keep the chord the same but slide it up a fret, and then go back to so you slide it up a fret, go back 2 frets, and then back to this chord. So you're going. fret, second fret, third fret for the A bass note. So that's the intro, and this is the finger picking part, the verse. So you're doing a third fret on the A string, fifth fret on the G string, third fret on the B string, third fret on the high E string. Like that. So you use that bar, that finger down there, then you add the 7th fret on the G string. I just put the finger above it as well on the D string on the 7. Oh sorry, the 5th fret on the D string, but I don't play that note, so I'm going high E, G string, B string, and then the high E again, so going like that. Then the next chord is 0 on the A, 5 on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, open on the high E. And you're playing the A string, then the G string, then the B string, then the high E string. So you're going then you do a D minor 7. So that's 5th fret on the low, the 5th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D, 5th fret on the G, 6th fret on the B. So you're barring that like that with that finger, and then you put that finger there on the 7th on the D, open 5th fret on the G string, 6th fret, that's 6th fret on the B string. So you're going so when you do that, sorry, then that A, G, B, E, A, G string, B string, E string, then the D minor 7. So you're playing the A, D string, G and B together, like that. A string, D string, G string and B string together, like that. And then you're playing the D string at the end, so then this chord, that's 7th on the A, 7th on the G, 8th on the B, 8th fret on the high E, like that. So you play the A string, the G string, and the B string and the high E together, like that. And then the G string again. And then this chord is 8 on the A string, 7th fret on the D, 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the B string, like that. So you're going and you're playing the A string, D string, the G string and the B string together, and then the D string again. So, and then you go pluck all the notes, and then play that chord again. So, like that. And then the next bit is 3rd fret on the C, and then you bar it like that from the A string down. So you do 3rd fret on the C, and then your 3rd fret on the high E. So, and then you go 4th fret on the G string, and hammer on to the 5th fret on the G string. So, like that. Sorry. And then you're doing a 5th fret on the low E string, 5th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the G string, open fret on the B string, and you're finger picking it like this. Then you're doing the D minor again, this bit again, that bit, and you go, instead of going, you just go. And then the next bit is 3rd fret on the A string, open fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, open fret on the high E. Like that. So you're playing the A string, the E string, B string, G string, E string, B string, G string. So then the A bass, the C bass. So you're going. And then you're doing 0 on the A string, 2nd on the D string, 5th fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and you're finger picking it like this. So go A, D, G, B, those strings, you're finger picking it like that. Then you're doing a D minor 11, so that's 10th fret on the low E string, 10th fret on the D string, 10th fret on the G string, and 8th fret on the B string, and you're going finger picking it like that. So low E string, D string, G string, B string. This next chord is 7th on the A string, 10th fret on the D string, 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the B string, and you finger pick it like that. So the A, D, G, B strings. So you're going. And this chord here is 8th on the A string, 10th fret on the D string, 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the B string, and you're barring it like that and putting the 2 notes there. So you're going. And with those strings you're playing the A, D, G and B string together, like that, and back to the D string. So you're going. Next bit is a C sus2. So you're doing 3rd fret on the A string, 5th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string. And you're finger picking the A, D, G, B strings. So you're going. Then you're doing this chord. So that's low, 5th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the G string, open fret on the B string, and 3rd fret on the high E string. Like that. So you're playing the low E, the G string, the B string, the high E string. Then you're doing this again. And then it goes through this bit again. Then this bit. Then this next bit is an F major 7, so 3rd on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, 1st fret on the B string, and you're finger picking it like this, the D string, the G string, the B string, the E strings, you're going. So D, G, B, E, so G, D, G, B, G, high E, B, G, B. So I'll do that slow. And then a E E7 sharp 9, so that's 2nd fret on the D string, 1st fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, 3rd fret on the high E, and you're doing the same finger picking pattern. Then A minor 11. So that's 5th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the D, 5th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B, 3rd fret on the B string. So you're going low E, D, G, D, B, G, D, G. This chord here, next chord is a 4th fret on the low E, 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. So you're going and then a G minor 7. So that's 3rd fret on the low E with your middle finger up there, and then bar the G string, bar the D string, the G string, and the B string on the 3rd fret. So you're going. And you're playing all those notes going. And you're doing, after you pluck all those notes like that, you do the G string, D string, G string again. So, and then this chord, 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the G string, 2nd fret on the B string, and you just pluck it like. So I'll do it from the start. Like that. Then next is F major 7. So you do thumb over the top on the 1st fret of the low E string, 2nd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, 1st fret on the B string, and you do the same finger picking pattern. Then add E7 sharp 9 again. Back to the F major 7. Then this chord. That's 3rd fret on the low E, 3rd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, 1st fret on the B. So you're going finger picking. So you're going, and then slide it up to the, hold that chord and slide it up to the 6th fret. So you're going. Like that, and then it goes into the 2nd verse. Sorry. Then it goes back to that F major 7 again. Then the F major 7. Then this next bit is A minus. You do a 5th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the D, 5th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B, and 7th fret on the high E. So you're barring it with that finger, barring the notes like that. low E string, D string, G string, B string, high E. So you're going like that, you're finger picking it like that, so you're going. Oh, so you're going. So you play, you're finger picking the low E, the G string, the B string, back to the G string, then the high E, and then the B, then the G, and then the B again. So you're going. Then an E minor 7. Then slide it down a fret, D minor 7, then a B7. So this is 6th fret on the low E, 6th fret on the B, 7th fret on the G, 6th fret on the 6th fret on the low E, 6th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, 6th fret on the B, and 6th fret on the high E. And you're plucking at the low E, D string, G string, B string, high E string, B string, G string. So you're going. Like that, so you're going low E, D, G, B, high E. And then you do this chord. So that's 3rd fret on the A, open on the G, 3rd fret on the B string, open on the high E. And you're plucking it like that, so A string, G string, then the B string and the high E string together, like that. Then the G string again, so you're going. Then the A minor 11, same finger picking pattern, so you're going. So you're playing, your finger picking all the notes you're holding down with that A minor 11. Then a D minor 7. That chord there, you've already learned that. Then that chord, you've already learned that. And then this chord here is 9 on the A string, 10 on the D string, 8th fret on the G string, and 10 on the B string. So you're going. So that's a diminished chord, and then you're doing this chord here. That's the chord I taught you at the start when you went. So that's the same chord. Like that, and that's the finger picking pattern. Then it goes back to the then D minor 7, and finger picking it like that. So, and then this chord, you already know this chord. And then this chord here is the 3rd fret on the low E, 3rd fret on the D string, 1st fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string. So you're going. So I'll play it first and then go for it slowly. So go. So you're doing that. That's a B major 7 there. first fret on the A, third fret on the D string, second fret on the G string, third fret on the B string. And then you do a half diminished there, I've already taught you that one. And then this chord, you already know that one. And then you slide it to the 5th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret. And that's it.